Hello, we're going to show you now transplanting. All our little seeds have come up and now we're ready to put these in the ground. But it's very important to determine the correct point at which to transplant, because if you transplant the seeds too early, the roots are not developed enough and they go into what's called transplant shock and they don't do very well. But if you transplant too late, then all the roots of the little plants are intertwined and they don't like it. So the ideal time is when the real leaves are ready. There are two types of leaves that a plant has. If we look at these, this plant for instance, I don't know if you can see that, but can you see that?
Yep.
So these are the two, what we call seed leaves. And these are the two main leaves of the plant. So when the main leaves have developed, then that is the time to transplant one of the plants. And so this is an ideal stage to transplant. We gently separate out the roots if we can. And then when we're transplanting, we dig a hole in the soil and just put them and firm them up as we transplant, and that's one of them. And then what we're going to do is transplant a couple of rows of the little plants. Just be real gentle, try and take as much soil as you can with the plant itself. See how there's a nice root ball on that plant, and that should go in really well into the soil here. Just put it on one side, firm it up. And what I often do is if the plants are a little wobbly, I just firm up the soil around them. And so we're going to transplant a row here. And then the next thing I want you to notice is peas. Remember we planted those pea seeds, and the time to transplant seeds when they're in one of these little trays is when the roots start to come out the bottom. And we left these a little bit late. So if you see this root here, that's about ideal. These roots have developed a little too far, and so that's the ideal time to transplant, is when the roots are coming out of the bottom. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a row of peas along here, because we've got this netting for the peas to climb up. So what we do is to carefully, as carefully as we can, to either loosen it, and then what I often do is I just pop the, we've done that the other way so you could see it. So squeeze, yeah, we'll get rid of that root. And so here is a little pea ready to transplant. And again, we're going to do a row of peas along the back here. Try to put the roots, spread the roots out in the soil. And so that's the transplanting action. Okay, happy transplanting. And the final step is to give the plants a gentle but thorough watering, and make sure that you do that reasonably quickly after you've transplanted them.